Hello students, this is Sir Murtaza and welcome you to another lecture of physics. So let's start. So let's talk about first the agenda for our this lecture video. So the agenda is we are going to discuss the following SLOs, and the SLOs are state the law of conservation of momentum and differentiate between elastic and inelastic collision. Okay, so in our previous lecture we have talked about momentum, that what is momentum. So in this lecture video we will be talking about the law of conservation of momentum. Okay, and one more thing, that is we will be talking about elastic and inelastic collision. Okay, so first we will talk about elastic collision, that what does elastic collision means. So the definition is the type of collision in which both momentum and kinetic energy are conserved, it means remain same before and after collision, is called elastic collision. Okay, now what happens is, if for example if we talk about a collision, okay, collision means that to strike with each other, okay, or to collide with each other. So the type of collision in which both momentum and the kinetic energy are conserved before and after collision, this type of collision is called elastic collision. Okay, and the example is collision between atoms. So here is a figure. We know that atoms strike with each other, and this strike or this collision is elastic because in this collision both the kinetic and the momentum remains conserved before and after collision. It does not changes. Okay, now what is inelastic collision? Inelastic collision is the type of collision in which the kinetic energy is not conserved. Okay, so the type of energy collision in which the kinetic energy is not conserved, that is it can be lost into another form of energy before and after collision, is called inelastic collision. Okay, so you have to remember the type of collision in which kinetic energy is not conserved, it is known as the inelastic collision. The example could be collision between cars. Okay, for example, if two cars collide with each other, what happens is this type of collision is called inelastic collision. Okay, so this is about inelastic collision. Now let's talk about the law of conservation of momentum. So the law is, it states that the momentum of an isolated system of two or more interacting bodies before and after collision remains constant. Okay, so what does this tells? This tells about the momentum. Okay, it says that the momentum of an isolated system of two or more interacting bodies before and after the collision remains constant. Okay, so this is our law. And here you could have a note that what is an isolated system. An isolated system is a group of interacting bodies on which no external force is acting. So you can just remember the system in which there is no external force acting is known as an isolated system. Okay, now let's talk about the explanation. Here is a figure. Okay, we are talking about two bodies. For example, this is our first body A, okay, whose mass is m1 and initial velocity is u1. And for example, this is our second body B, whose mass is m2 and initial velocity is u2. What happens is both these bodies strike with each other. Okay, and after striking, what happens is this same body A, its velocity changes by v1. Okay, its initial velocity is u1, but when it strikes, its initial velocity becomes v1. You could say its final velocity becomes v1, and for body B, its initial velocity is u2, and after striking, its final velocity becomes v2. Okay, so we are talking about two states again, before collision, after collision. So before collision, its initial velocities are u1 and u2. After collision, its final velocity becomes v1 and v2. Okay, then what happens? Now let us consider two bodies A and B having masses m1 and m2, which are moving in a straight line and are placed in an isolated system. This is being shown in our previous diagram. Now suppose the initial velocities of both the bodies before collision are u1 and u2 respectively, such that u1 is greater than u2. It means that the velocity of u1 is greater than the velocity of u2, and body A approaches body B as they move, and body A is approaching body B. Okay, so what we are considering, we are considering its initial velocity as u1 and u2. Now what happens is initial momentum of the body A will become m1 u1, initial momentum of body B will become m2u2. You have to remember the formula for momentum. The formula is P is equal to mv. I'm using this formula. Okay, so for body A, I have mass m1 and initial velocity u1, and for body B I have mass m2 and initial velocity u2. Okay, now total momentum of the system before collision will be equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Okay, this is the total momentum before collision. Now we talk about after some time interval, body A, body B. After some time interval, body A and body B. Suppose the final velocity, there is some mistake. After some time interval, body A strikes body B. Okay, there is a mistake here. I am writing it, correcting it. Strikes body B. Okay, this is strikes body B. Suppose the final velocity after collision becomes v1 and v2. Okay, now the final momentum of body A would be m1 v1. Okay, final momentum of body B will become m2 v2. The total momentum of the system after collision would be m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now, according to the law is, according to the law of conservation of momentum, total momentum of the system before collision, we have find this previously, is equal to total momentum of the system after collision. Put all the values. M1 u1 plus m2 u2 is the momentum before collision, and m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is the momentum after collision. So this is the law of conservation of momentum. Okay, so whenever anyone asks you about the law of conservation of momentum, so you have to remember the formula, which is m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Okay, so this is it for this lecture video. Hope you understood this properly. We'll meet you very soon in our next lecture video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.